लोग के
माइक के पास में रिकॉर्डिंग देखा है, रिकॉर्डिंग भी देख लूंगा। हाँ सर, अब देखिएगा लाइव
लोग दृष्टि
गुड मॉर्निंग देख क्या आवाज सर, आवाज
हेलो जी, हेलो माइक्रोफोन दृष्टि
सुनील की और बात कर रहा हूँ। सुनील कह रहा था आवाज नहीं आ रही। हाँ सुनील, आवाज आ रही है? हाँ मतलब माइक को बोल रहा है सोन।
हेलो
आई
हेलो माइक्रोफोन दृष्टि
यहाँ पोडियम की भी आई थी, माइक की आई थी। कौन बोलियो? बोल।
हेलो हेलो
पोडियम को बोल रहे हैं।
हेलो
जवाब नहीं मिला।
हेलो माइक्रोफोन दृष्टि हेलो
हेलो, आ रही है?
हेलो
ठीक है, ठीक है, नाम चेंज करेगा क्या करना है? ठीक है, नाम चेंज नहीं होगा, यही ऐसे ही चलना है। बोले ये ऐसे कंटिन्यू करना है, कंटिन्यू करना है। अरे मेरा फोन आया था नहीं, हम सब पे क्या है इतनी तो मैं सोच रहा था नहीं सुनो, वॉल्यूम वाला तुम्हारा अब इसमें कुछ मत सुनो, अभी कुछ तुम्हारा वॉल्यूम वाला मैटर सॉल्व कमल कर ज्यादा दूर का फील नहीं है मेरे लिए दिमाग एक बात ध्यान रख लो भैया, जब भी ऐप हाँ सर, तो आप अभी बच्चों की बातचीत हो रही है, अभी कोई बात वो तो हो नहीं रहा कोई काम। बच्चे वगैरह जो बातचीत कर रहे हैं वही आवाजें कैच कर रहा है। अभी तो कोई तो आवाज नहीं, हाँ उस समय
There are unlimited opportunities available with this new day. Take actions on those wonderful dreams you've had in your mind for so long. Remember, success is something you experience when you all act accordingly. This new day has greeted us with no rules and unconditional opportunity. Greet this day the way it has greeted you, with open arms and endless possibilities. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Torry Harris Campus Placement Drive. I wish you all the best for the upcoming recruitment activities, and I firmly believe that you would give in your best to achieve examples of success as dreamt by our patron leader, Agrawal sir. On this special occasion, it gives me tremendous joy and pleasure to welcome our Honorable Patron leader, Agrawal sir, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Anand Mohan sir, our other dignitaries, Head of Training and Development, Suresh Singh sir, Head of various departments, our guests from other campuses, faculties, members of the team of training and members of the team of placement, and welcome my dear students. I would now like to heartily welcome our guest from Torry Harris, Mr. Shivdayal Sharan, HR at Torry Harris Business Solution, and his HR team. Welcome, sir. Always keep your mind as bright and clear as the vast sky, the vast ocean, and the highest peak. Always keep your body filled with light and heat. Fill yourself with the power of wisdom and enlightenment. On this day, with our students looking forward to their bright future, let us join our dignitaries to start the day with the symbolic lighting of the lamp. For this, I would like to request all our dignitaries to join us for the lighting of the lamp.
श्रीयकान्ताय कल्याणनिधये हृदयेतिना श्रीवेङ्कटनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् लक्ष्मी सविभ्रमालोकसुभूविभ्रमचक्षुषे चक्षुषे सर्वलोकानां वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् श्रीवेङ्कटादिशृङ्गारमङ्गलाभरणाङ्गये मङ्गलानां निवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् सर्वावयव सौन्दर्य सम्पदा सर्वचेतसां सदा सम्मोहनायास्तु वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् नित्याय निरवध्याय सत्यानन्दचिदात्मने सर्वात्मने श्रीमन् वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् स्वतः सर्वविदे सर्वशक्तये सर्वशेषिणे सुलभाय सुशीलाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् परस्मै ब्रह्मणे पूर्णकामाय परमात्मने प्रयुञ्जे परतत्त्वाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् आकालतत्त्वमशान्तमनुपश्यतां तदृत्यगतरूपाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् प्रायस्वचरणौ पुंसां शरण्यत्वेन पाणिना कृपया दिशते श्रीमद् वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् दयानतरङ्गिन्यास्तरङ्गैरिव शीतलैः अवाङ्गैः सिञ्चते विश्वं वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् सर्वोषां वरहेतीनां सुषमावहमूर्तये सर्वार्थिशमनायास्तु वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् श्रीवैकुण्ठविरक्ताय स्वामि पुष्करिणीतटे रमया रममाणाय वेङ्कटेशाय मङ्गलम् श्रीमत्सुन्दरजामाद्रिमुनिमानसवासिने सर्वलोकनिवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलाशासनपदे मदाचार्य पुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैरचार्य सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम्
A dream does not become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. Each great dream begins with a dreamer. I would now like to call on stage such a wonderful dreamer who has never been afraid to dream and chase it and achieve things beyond the dream. Kindly join me in welcoming to the dais the Director of Training and Development, Mr. Suresh Singh.
Good morning, all of you. Good morning to all the guests, especially from Torry and other campuses here. It's indeed a great pleasure to introduce Shiv Dayal Charanji for today's process. Let me give you a brief about who Shiv Dayal is. After attaining his degree in MBA in HR from Indian Institute of Planning and Management, he started his professional journey with Manipal Cure and Care, and after 2 years, moved to Torry Business Solutions. Shiv Dayal sir joined Torry Business Solutions in August 2009 as Executive HR in June 2014. Later, he was promoted to being Senior Executive HR and is currently working as Assistant Manager HR from Bangalore, India. I'd like all of you to join me in welcoming him and his team, the HR team, to the conference today. His key skills are HR, talent acquisition and screening. Shiv is a cheerful gentleman with an amicable disposition. He handles tasks in a very professional manner, and at the same time, he is jovial and approachable. He is a fine speaker and a go-getter. If you go to him for any queries, you are sure you get a quick response. An almost perfect HR professional, there is no better way to describe Shiv. Very dedicated, passionate, hardworking, and intelligent. If there is a challenge, Shiv is the person you need to look for. He will surely have a solution you cannot afford to dismiss. He redefines the word strategy. He has his priorities at work right. Shiv Dayal is a very intelligent and hardworking employee for the company. At the same time, he is also a very courteous and a disciplined colleague. I would now like to welcome Shiv Dayal sir to start with the PPT.
Good morning, all. So nice to see bright young people. Morning 9:30, ready, right? How many of you would like to? First, how many of you know Torry Harris? Wow, not bad. Lots. Okay. So you guys see. Before we start talking about Torry Harris, replacement talk that what we are going to go through is basically something for people, students to understand what Torry Harris is, what we are into, and for you guys to make a clear decision that yes, this is the right place for me to start my career. Recruitment is not a one-way process where someone from the company comes, speaks, and backlog interview, then someone is picked and say, okay, here's the offer. It's two-way selection process, right? You have all equal rights to know what the company is doing and whether this is the place where I want to start my career. Is my goal is in alignment with the company or not? So for this, you need to be attentive during pre-placement talk, and please ask as many as questions you have. Clarify all your doubts. When every single one of you step out of this hall, right, you should be clear in terms of why should I mean, if I'm going to attend this interview, why? This is the reason. No, I'm not going to, this is not the right place. Then you should have reasons why this. Right? It is important for me, and we as Torry Harris team will be happy if you have that reason with you. Whether you're coming or not, that's the thing. You should have reason. Right? To help you to build that reason, replacement of this thing. Yeah, guys? Yeah. Right. So feel free to ask questions. Don't say, oh, this is a very simple question. Can I ask this? What they will think? No. We are happy if people ask questions. Right? Let's make it more interactive rather than one person. Okay. So today we generally don't prefer watching slide after slide, right? For everyone it is boring, right? So we made it like a small movie so that everyone can enjoy. So it will basically give you an overview in 4 sections. What Torry Harris is, what we do, right? So as an engineer, for you guys, what is there, right? And in terms of career growth. So, and of course, what the research media and all those things talk about Torry Harris. So this is how we have segregated this and we have put in place. So let's go through it. And then, whatever queries you have, I have Ms. Nagesha, who is the domain head, right? So both of us are there to help you. Okay, clear?
Welcome. I'm here to give you a brief introduction to give you a brief introduction. Welcome. I'm here to give you a brief introduction to Torry Harris Solutions. Here we screen for skills and hire for attitude. Are you game for this change? Established in 1998, Torry Harris is headquartered in New Jersey, USA. Our offshore locations are in Bangalore and Gurgaon. Our other regional offices include Bristol, Dublin, Barcelona, Paris, Munich, Austria, Dubai, and Singapore. Let us now see as to why there is always a spotlight on us in the industry.
Just about Torry Harris, what we are, what we do, what is there for you guys, and who's joining, how is the growth going to be, and of course, what does industry speak about Torry Harris? See, it's very simple. That what we look for, I guess you saw that here. The passion, right, and the energy in you, right? These are the two things that we generally look for. You should have the passion. You should have passion for your customer for succeed, no matter from which stream you are. If you can exhibit that, right, as said in the first slide, screen for skill is higher for attitude. That's what we do, right? Of course, yes, some basic skill and then a lot of attitude, right attitude. That is what we look for, right? So, as you saw in this video, we started way back in '98, so we are going to complete we are going to our 20th year. We have a human capital strength of 1,200, which is a very cautious decision that taken by the management that we would be staying in the mark of 1,000 to 1,500 and nothing beyond, because we don't believe in number, we believe in quality, right? And of course, right from screening till we hire, train, deploy them, we ensure that this kind of quality gets it, right? If you see a Foster or a Gartner or OVM report, you can see GHBS, sorry, Harris name, some of the other places, we're sharing a platform with giants. They have people huge in number. We don't have. We just have our size. Probably their one of their team size should be 1,500. The Torry Harris size is 1,500. But we share platform with them. That's because the kind of quality that we give to customers. For us, customer success is more important. It's no more a game of coming and saying, okay, I'll do only Java coding, I'll do only C, I'll only do this. You need to think about your customer. How can you make your customer more successful? How can you help him reach his her goal? If that becomes your goal, you arrive in something else. Right? So that's what we look at. And we maintain our size to 1,000, 1,500, and we produce that kind of a quality output and give the customers, stay with Torry Harris and both of us grow together. Right? So I leave it to you guys. Any questions that you have, feel free to ask so that we can help you out. Yes. Don't hesitate, guys. Yes, please. Your good name?
Good morning, sir. My name is Nikita. First of all, welcome you and your team in TA Capitalist. So my question to you is, what's the work culture in Torry Business Solution will be facing to? What's the work environment there? What type of work we will be given when we get on board? And what's the hierarchy we will follow?
Okay.
Thank you.
So 3 questions. One is about the work culture, 2, hierarchy, and the third one is in terms of growth. Correct? Okay. So in terms of the culture, it's a very open and flat culture. Right? So it's not that a person who joins today cannot access or don't have an access to the business unit head or a CEO or a CFO or anything. There's nothing like that. Right? It's an open door policy. All of you guys are welcome, right? I mean, any new joining, who joined 1 year back, 2 year back, everyone have access to their business unit head. They have access to the CEO. They have access to CFOs, right? So in terms of culture, it's an open culture, right? And of course, 100% output-oriented culture, right? Even if you see the reporting structures and all those things, it's not that a 20-year guy should always be a head and a 10-year guy will be reporting into. You can see a 10-year guy heading the entire business and someone with 20 years and 25 years with experience reporting into. It's performance what matters in Torry Harris. It's not the number of years that you put in, in the industry or all those things is second. First is your performance. Are you aligned with Torry Harris? Are you aiming for your customer's success? And are you giving? right? And in terms of growth, so students who join us first 6 months will undergo a training program for it is divided into two phases. One is classroom training, which is for 3 months, and the other 3 months it will be a on-job training. So once you successfully complete 6 months, right, you would be moved into projects, right? So that's where your career starts. You will join there as an associate software engineer. So from there, based on your performance, you start growing. The hierarchy is next you will move as an engineer, then senior engineer, then you have technical lead and team lead. So that's again there is a split. Whether you want to get into more into technical side where you be a single point of contact, any functional or technology related issues, you will be the spot. Team lead, yes, it's people management where you will handle a project, at least a portion in a project to start with, and then you go as project manager and end up with business unit head or something like that. In terms of if you select a technical group, so you move as a technologist, and then you move as an account manager or something. So that is the hierarchy. And in terms of growth, how fast can I grow in Torry Harris? People who joined 10 years back today are business unit heads. So that is the kind of growth that you get. Of course, in terms of growth, you need to look at two things. One is how market is responding. Whether there is a position there for someone to do. If you're a right talented person, you will be the one contender, right? At a junior level, it is easy for you to progress and go probably every 1 year or 2 years or 2.5 years if you keep on your performance, is at that level, you start growing. As you go to the senior position, yes, it might take some more time because of the market.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please, guys, listen.
Good morning, sir. My name is Naman Singh. Sir, I would like to know what kind of projects you are currently working on in Torry because I would like to know what kind of project I will be working with.
Okay. So for this, I would welcome Mr. Nagesha, who is the domain head. Probably he can give much more better view about what type of project and probably what technologies that we use.
There is no set technology as such. We work with whatever is latest available and what is industry needed at this moment. We adapt ourselves to the latest technologies, whatever is required. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, API management started afresh, and then we are very niche in that right now. And next, we are going towards latest technologies in the market like microservices, DevOps, model investment. So it all comes down to what is needed at the moment. So, and obviously, most of them are Java JDK driven platform from the programming perspective. But from the industry perspective, it is what is there in the market and what everybody is going towards. So we align ourselves to the latest industry trend, and then we want to work in that so that there is a benefit to us and benefit to the team as well as benefit to the customer whom we work with. Sure.
Sir told us about the training program, the classroom program, and so what kind of things we learn in the training program? The programming skills we acquire or other kind of skills are also?
It has a combination of both. It has both the technical skills as well as the soft skills, if I'm not wrong. Technical skills are aligned towards what each project is needed, like where we are going towards in the next 1 year, for example. We train the people in that direction instead of going back and then training them in the old technologies. We don't do that. It is what is needed. The training team collects the requirement from us, from the delivery team, and we provide them that where they should be trained on and what the focus should be when we do that, when they do the training. And we train those in technologies, and then we put you into the same projects as well afterwards. So that the training and the project match together.
And so one more question. Sir told us that a team size is as compared to other companies like Infosys, there is a team size like 1,500 people. And what is the team size in your company?
Team size with respect to what?
With respect to the project.
It depends on what the project is required. Some team can be 2-member team, some team can be 20-member team, some team can be 100-member team. It depends on the nature of the project and the magnitude of the project.
Very good morning, sir. I am Ayush Torry from Mechanical Branch. So my question is, as you told us that Torry has many projects that is working on. So I want to ask that what all core companies project Torry is working on this current?
Core companies meaning our partners.
Yes.
Okay, we currently work for three major telecom companies in the UK, and most of the government services in the Middle East. And we also partnered with Airtel here in India, and we are trying to expand to two more companies within India with the banking as well. And there are two more in the. There is one energy company that we work with Paris in the Paris area, and anything else? Mercedes-Benz in Bangalore, right? That's automobile company. We have a local and even TKM we have in Bangalore. We work with Bangalore.
So that's one more thing that I want to ask. And it is being a mechanical engineer, what all type of phase in your future as a mechanical engineer in Torry I can see?
Well, it all depends on how you do yourself. It depends on what. That's the last slide that you saw, Josh. If you have the Josh to learn and then pick up, then nobody can stop.
Sure, yeah.
A very good morning to all dignitaries present here. Myself, Shobhit Sharma. I am representing Shardha Institutions, the Corporate Trade Investment Cell. I welcome Mr. Shivchandji and Nageshji on the behalf of the management and my team from Shardha Institutions. I also request all of my students who are present here from Hindustan and Anand colleges, please have a large round of applause and welcome Torry Harris. Visiting the holy city of Lord Krishna, and foremostly, yes, giving us the second probability and the best chance to explore more in their careers. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Who's there?
Thank you, sir, for your insightful words. Students, please remain seated. We will let you know what the next process will be. You will be guided towards your next place. Can you please hand them the round of applause?
Where we will be showing how the online test is going to appear. Okay. So first 5 minutes, it's a technical thing. Right. एक बार ऑन करो उसको जल्दी से वो तो सकता है So guys, just a couple of minutes more, where we would like to take you to the online test tool, so that you get, probably you might have used also, just to ensure that you guys are familiar with the online assessment tool. So I'll be sharing certain screenshots which will show, which will give you the look and feel. So what you need to go once you go and enter, once you go and set the lab, right? So, so I hope all of you have registered the first Naukri. Once you go to the lab, we will give you the URL, right? So enter the URL. It will ask for your email ID and a pass key. Email ID is nothing but whatever ID that you use for registering yourself with first Naukri. And pass key is something that we will provide you. So after entering that, if it again asks for a password, then it is simple. Password is nothing but your first Naukri password. Just give that, it will take you to the test. There are two scenarios which can come up there. One, it will say that recruiter has not shortlisted you yet, or you cannot apply for this job. These are the two scenarios that will come up. If it says that recruiter has not shortlisted, you immediately get in touch with one of us. We will help you out, right? In the event of it saying that you have not been shortlisted, or sorry, you cannot apply for this job, it could be a simple browser issue, right? So you change the browser. Still, if it is not allowing you, then just change the system. Definitely it will allow, right? The browser that you need to use is Mozilla Firefox, right? Then second option is Chrome, latest version, right? Ensure that your system pop-ups are blocked. In case of any pop-up coming, let it be antivirus or anything, please let us know. We will take corrective action. Right? You guys don't do anything. If any pop-up comes, just call us and let us know. Right. So once you enter the information, this is how the instruction page will come. Right. Go through the instruction page. It has all the rules and other stuffs. Right. Then you get into the system requirements stage. In terms of scoring, it is simple that for every right answer, you get 1 mark. For every wrong answer, there is a negative of 0.5. Okay. Games without tough rules, there's no point playing it, no? If everyone can win, then it is not called game. Game should have good, solid rules. Right? So rule number 1 is negative marking. Rule number 2, to make the game more interesting, right? Multiple choice question. When it comes to logical reasoning, we have multiple choice questioning. 10 questions, right? You can go through all the 10 questions before even you start answering. The reason is, once you decide to answer a question and you go and select an option, you cannot reset or pull yourself out. Right? So go through all the 10 questions before even you start answering, and decide which question you want to attempt. Right? And to make it more interesting, it's time bound. Okay, so your logical is for 15 minutes, right? This negative marking is not applicable for programming. Okay, you're spared there. So, first 15 minutes, logical, then the rest 45 minutes is for your programming. You will get 2 programming questions. You can select the language, right? You have 4 options: C, C++, C#, and Java. These are the 4 languages which you will get. Okay. So once you log in, system will check for the requirements. Right? It will check for OS, Flash, and Firewall. You get all 3 green tick marks. Then the continue button will get enabled. Just click continue. It will take you to the next page. At times, you might not see the continue button. You will just see a progress symbol. Just wait for a minute. Right? It will get resolved by itself. Else, just do a refresh, page refresh. You will see continue button getting enabled. Click continue and proceed with the test. See, this system has a proctoring mechanism, right? You cannot navigate outside your test window. If you navigate more than 2 times, it will kick you out of the test, saying that's the end, right? So be careful. If the mouse or the system is not in good condition, please don't take them, change your system, right? It should not be like, after you logging in, half test is gone and it is kicking you out, right? So this is how the logical part looks. You can see the question applet to your left top, to your right top. You click the question numbers, it will take you the appropriate question. You can read it and then decide which one you want to answer, right? When you reach the 10th question, it will ask whether you want to proceed to the next section. It's not necessary that after only selecting an answer you can proceed. Without even selecting an answer, you can proceed. But once you're done with the logical section, you cannot come back again to logical, right? So once you're closed with logical, it will take you to the programming. Again, instruction page will come. Click start, go through it. Click start writing your code. It will show you a sample program, right? Then click start coding. It will show you some important snippets or instructions. When it comes to programming page, there are only 6 important instructions that you should be aware of. So you can straight away go in the skip and close the instruction and you can start. See, the first 3 is how can I switch questions? So right inside top corner, you have a drop down to switch questions. So it's your choice whether you in which order you want to answer, right? Then in between there is a dotted line which expands the question section, which also has the sample case. That is a case that you're going to use to test whether your program is right or wrong. Then towards the left hand side, you see a small drop down where you can select the language, right? So can I switch questions in between? Yes, you can. Will my code get erased if I switch questions without submitting it? No, the code will not get erased. It remains as it is. So, say for example, you started with the first question, but then you think, okay, let me leave this as it is. Go to the second question and start coding. Yeah, you can do it after coding the second question. If you come back to the first, wherever you left it, it will be in that state. You can continue it. Can I change the programming language for every question? You cannot, right? Once you select a language, finish coding the first program and then you submit it, then you cannot change for the second. Before submitting, yes, you can, but again, your previous code also will get erased. So you need to again code from the first. How will I test my code? So bottom left hand side, you will see a small checkbox saying test against custom output. Just enable the checkbox. Once you enable, you will see an execute button appearing and a small space to give your input. That box also will appear. So in that box, go and type in your input and click execute. So the program will get execute, and on the right hand side, your output will come. If there are compilation error, that will get displayed. Right? So once you know that the output is correct, then you can click execute and submit. So after completing every program, you need to submit the code. It won't get submitted automatically, or you cannot submit together. You have to independently submit the code. So we will not look into how many times you are taking to correct your program or doing your program. All we check is the last code that you submitted, how correct it is. Okay. So once you click evaluate and submit, it will check against the test case and it will say how many test cases you passed, failed. If you want to recompile, you can do, or else you can move to the next program. So if this is the last program, it will take to the last page, which is the thank you note, and at last you will click the finish button. So once you click it, your test will get submitted. Right? In between, any issues that you face, right, you can always get in touch with us. We will help you guys. Yeah. Clear, guys? Wonderful. So all the best to all. Do well, right? So we have not come with any set number saying I will recruit only 10 or 15 from this college. So you guys do good. We are happy to hire you. Okay. And in terms of the work locations, we have office in Gurgaon and Bangalore. It will be purely based on projects. Okay, it's purely based on project. And the last thing, To make it clear, of course, 100% replacement office would have told you about this, but it's our duty to reiterate it. First 6 months during your training period, you will be earning a stipend of 15K. After that, the package is 3.5 lakhs, 3 lakhs is fixed, then 50,000 is a variable pay, which you get on yearly basis based on your work. Okay, your performance. That's how it will be. And we don't ask anyone to sign any kind of bond. Okay, we believe in trust, so we don't ask anyone to sign any kind of bond. But at the same time, if you think this offer is going to be a backup, very sorry. This is not a backup option. Make that very clear. After taking the offer, joining Torry Harris, you come and say to me, okay, I got my admission for MS, or I want to get into civil defense service. Then definitely we will recover whatever we spent on you in terms of training, but that bond is not required. Okay, I'm making it very clear. So this is not something backup. Once you think of backup, that means you started thinking of losing something, right? You're not focused. Right? If you want to do your MS or you want to get into administrative service, do it with full heart. Definitely you will come out with flying colors. There's no doubt about it. All you need to have faith and you need to work towards that. Once you don't have, that's when you think go back. Okay? So this is not a backup, making it very clear. Right? Then you should not say, you can say this, no, I thought of that, this is not backup. So make your mind before you start with this. Okay? So thank you guys and all the best.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure all of that was very informational for us. We'll be now proceeding towards the labs. Kindly remain seated. You will be informed as to who goes where. The announcement will be made.